Hi everyone, I'm Glenn from Beyond Intensity Personal Training. Today I have Nathan Quinn with me. We're going. Oh, hi Nathan, how you going?
Good mate, not as cold as you by the looks of it.
Yeah, a bit chilly, so that's okay. I'm going to ask him a few questions. We've been seeing Nathan since about 2010 as a client, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So first of all,
Back in about 2008, 2009, I formed part of a driver development program with Confederation of Australian Motorsport and the Australian Institute of Sport. So went back home out of the program. It was a perfect opportunity to work on my fitness and try and meet the goals that they were providing for me, which was ultimately to be a better driver based on fitness and other aspects of life. And the beauty with personal training is with you yourself. I've learned over the last decade just about is it's not just about fitness and weights and so forth, but it's all about a balance, whether it be strength or nutrition or even mindset. So that's sort of what got me started in it as a good foundation to work from. Although I'm not at the intensity as I was in the early 2010s to 2015, it's still a good opportunity to maintain a good motivation and skill set and never lose your foundations. Well, it's been interesting. You've known me long enough that the goals have always changed. At the start, it was all about being as lean as possible, but being as strong as possible. As a privateer, it was about performing well in the car, but on the weekends we were practicing gearbox changes. So we had to have a balance of strength, but we didn't want to be inflexible. But I had to be light as well. As the time's gone on, my goals have changed, and recently, it's been major injury, falling off motorbikes and stuff and recovering from broken bones or other surgeries. The goals are always changing, so I've always been able to meet those. And at the moment, touch wood, if I'm staying all in one piece, it's a matter of just maintaining a good fitness level. So if I have to step up the levels, I've got the foundations there ready to pounce on. And if I want to relax a bit and just maintain where I'm at, then it's easy. So it's good, it's flexible, and I've had the benefit of different goals over the years.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, that's an interesting one, Glenn. I'm sure you can remember when we first met. I was I knew what I didn't want to do, and it's been really good. With Glenn at Beyond Intensity is that. He tailors everything towards me. For sure, I can go and do certain classes and jump in with a bunch of people or go to the gym and stuff, but you're only pushing yourself, and sometimes, as you've pointed out with me a lot, you don't have your technique right, or you're working on the wrong part of your body. It's not going to work well for you. So and you end up injured, and certainly being naive, I've done that and made those mistakes. But the beauty is I've found with you guys here is that we've been able to work on areas that I think I need, but also make a compromise to what you guys can see from the outside looking at me going, hang on a minute, he's unstable there, he can't see or feel it because he's untrained, but he thinks he needs it in this area. So it's been a really good learning experience for me, is that sometimes you think you know what you need, but you need a professional to be able to say, yeah, you might need that, but we need to work in these areas. And I think that's been pretty important the last number of years I've been with you guys, is being able to work around and tailor my personal training to what I actually need, not what I want.
Cool.
Well, it's an interesting one, really. I think when you look at it, being healthy and fit isn't necessarily about looking strong and looking like photos of the gym models in the magazine. It's about balance, and it's about finding someone that can get the best out of you, and getting the best out of you might not be a centerfold of a magazine, So,
Yeah.
With the training, I found it's about it's all about patience and commitment. They're the two biggest things, and you can shortcut to the end result, but you do find yourself hindered with injuries generally, or with other side effects. So make the commitment, stick to it, be patient, because it doesn't happen overnight. And once you get into that rhythm, once you make those steps and you stick with it, you get to a point that if you do run into an obstacle or a hurdle and you get knocked back and you can't train for a while, if you've done it right at the start, it'll always be easy to pick pick up from, and it's just your standard goal with life, you know, commit, be patient, and find that rhythm.
Cool. All right, so thanks Nathan, thanks for coming today.
No worries.
We'll see you around. If you have any questions or you want to get in contact with me, my details are below or also in the feed. So thank you very much. See you later.
Cheers guys.